Good morning, everyone. This morning, I want to do a study on Genesis chapter 1. Shall we? So, let's get reading Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. Stop right there. Okay? On the first day, God creates three things, right? Three things. This hand hurts. Anyway, three things God creates on the first day: earth, the heaven, and light. Three represents, on the light side, it represents the Godhead. On the sin side, it represents sin, lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, pride of life. So to me, the first day is representing the Godhead. It's a picture of the Godhead. Let's move on to the second day, shall we? And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. Excuse me. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. So that is the first heaven. The first heaven is our atmosphere. The second heaven is space, where the stars and the moon and the sun are. And then the third heaven is where God lives. But this is the first heaven. And the evening and the morning were the second day. So on the second day, God created the firmament. And he used the firmament that he created to divide the waters that were above the firmament from the waters that were below the firmament. God is in the separation business. He divided the light from darkness, and he divided the firmament. Well, he divided the waters that were above the firmament and the waters that were below the firmament, but he used the firmament to divide that. That's amazing to me. And God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called sea. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, and God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. So on the third day, God created the land and seas, right? Well, he basically formed them, because he just raised the land above the sea. And the dry land appeared, right? The dry land appeared. So let's say he He formed the seas and the dry land on the third day. And he created the grass and herb yielding seed and fruit yielding fruit after his kind. So that is what 5 things God created on the third day. 5 is the number for grace. And all of this on the third day that was created is basically food and water for his creation, for humans and animals alike on the third day. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty interesting, I think. Let's move on, shall we? And God said, "Let there be light in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the 4th day. So on the 4th day, what does God create? On the 4th day, God created the sun, the moon, and the stars. So that's 3, to be there as a light for the earth, also for signs and seasons and for days and years. Right? So God creates 3 things on the 4th day. 3 things. So let's discuss this, because 3, like I said, on the light side is the number that represents the Godhead. And on the dark side, or whatever you want to say, it's the number that represents sin, lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and pride of life. Godhead is the Father, the Word, and the Holy Ghost, and these 3 are one. It's found in 1 John chapter 5, verse 7. So, I think it represents the Godhead again. I do. I see the Godhead, the sun, the moon, and the stars. If anybody has anything else, I'd like to hear it. Please. If anybody has anything else that they found or that God has shown them, let me know. I'm interested. I definitely am interested in what you find on day 4. So, let's move on, shall we? And God said, "Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven." And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful, and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let the fowl multiply in the earth." And the evening and the morning were the 5th day. So on the 5th day, God created the fish of the sea and the fowl of the air. That's 2 things that he creates on day 5. 2 kingdoms, I like to say. the animal kingdom and the human kingdom. That to me blesses my heart. Let's move on. And God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beast of the earth after his kind, and it was so. And God made the beast of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his image, in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of the tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat, and it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. Folks, that is Genesis chapter 1. And I believe there's a lot of typology in Genesis chapter 1. On the sixth day, he created two kingdoms, like I said, the kingdom of the beast and kingdom of man. And then the seventh day, he rested. That's in chapter 2. But that is the end of this video. And I want to thank you all for your time in listening. And I will be making more videos, better videos. This one is just basically a test video. I just want to see if people are interested. I love you all. And until the next time, God bless.